All right, good day, hi, and welcome. Yep, I'm in my jammies, and I just put a couple of tracks down. Well, I did one today. I'm trying to do one track a day. Now, they're really, really short tracks. I'm just working with my BR1200 here. Got the SG61 reissue. Let's have a look at this beautiful beast of a guitar. Take the laundry thing away from it. All right, let's have. This is what perfection looks like in the universe, and that is the SG61 reissue. That's a 2007 model. Apparently, they are making new ones. Okay, so what have I got going on here? Well, I'm just doing my mix down. I'm a little tired today because I was working earlier and I kind of rushed a few things on this one, but it doesn't really matter. What my goal is, I'm going to do 10 really small, like minute-long tracks or whatever, and you'll get to hear them in other videos, so don't worry about it for this video. You might hear it in the background. I might do a fancy video with this. We'll see. And what I'm going to do is do about 10 tracks with that guitar. Okay, and I can put it on that. And it's going to have like drums and bass, although I forgot to add the bass today. Yesterday I did. Then what I'm going to do is probably 10 tracks on the electric violin. Then I'm going to do 10 tracks on that guitar. And I got something special in here. And I'm not going to show you yet. And I'm probably going to do a couple of tracks on that, right? And then I'm going to do 10 tracks on that guitar and 10 tracks on that guitar. Why am I talking so funny? I don't know. And I'm going to use my microphone because when I go to the acoustic, I'm actually going to sing songs. This thing is quite the machine. It's not a professional studio per se, but you can get a pretty good sound out of it if you take the time with it. I've had this thing, I don't know how many years I've had this thing. I've had this thing for a long time, and I'm going to shut it down now because I'm done for the day. So we do save current. Yep. Yep, I will save current. Now, one thing, if you're going to be recording, I know big headphones sound better. These things are like $8. My brother recommended them for me because I got like a ton of these headphones that are all shorted out. Excellent when you're playing guitar because they're nice and, as you can see, the cable's nice and... But these things are real cannons and like these are loud. I can't believe how loud these things are. I love them. You can actually give yourself hearing damage with those things. They're that good. I'm going to have to give this dime bag pedal back at some point, but maybe I should do a recording with it just to so you guys could hear the madness of this thing. I like it and I don't like it. It's not my... I love dime bag sound, but I don't really care much for that pedal. I don't have the adapter for this pedal. And I do have to give it back soon. So unfortunately, I can't test this thing. But apparently that thing's pretty cool. However, even though this poor old Hot Rod Deluxe, you could tell that's been sitting there for a while. Yeah, I got to clean my amp. I don't have a lot of mics. I only have that mic there, which is my SM58. It's old. Everything I got was new when I bought it, but I've had everything forever and a day. That cabinet I've had since I was 15 years old. I'm 45 now. That is the best cabinet ever built. And if I can find another 3 bottoms and 2 more tops, I will have my dream set up. I don't really care what heads go on it because I want a multitude of different heads for it, but you just can't beat those old Mesa Boogie grilled, barbecued, 90-watt Black Shadows in there. They're pretty, you even got them up to 150 watts if you get the gray cabinet. Mesa Boogie, they make great stuff, they really do. But I just love that look. And it's a tight cab in a many sense. It's a tight cab in the sense that it's tight sounding, but it's also a tight cab in the sense that it's actually kind of small. But I don't want to go on too much there because I don't want to make the video too long. But anyway, yes, I am recording my kind of like mini tracks, as I'm going to call them. They will be available at current making of this video on Nimbit because I logged out of CD Baby a few years ago and I couldn't remember my password and I can't start a new thing on CD Baby. So I went to Nimbit and I've already got some tunes coming out on there. By the time you see this video, you'll already see some stuff on there if you go to my Nimbit, and there'll be links down below. And you can support my humble musical career that way if you wanted. Every tune's going to be like 99 cents type of thing. This won't be an album. Well, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this. If I'm going to do it in just like little snippets and then do an album. I don't know, 10 tunes. The thing is, I'm trying to work out the drum system on this thing, and it's really not. People have had these things for years, and they still can't figure out how to do the drums, the easy compose and stuff like that. It doesn't. It's not user friendly in that sense. But the rest of the machine's pretty good. I do have to get electric drums and another bass. However, that does substitute for a bass because I got all kinds of effects that I can use in here. And, you know, this thing actually sounds pretty cool in a bass setup. It actually does, even though it's not a bass. But you get what I'm getting at. So it'll be full band stuff. But I will re-release my Not Reg Me live, or Not Reg Me in the Raw, which was just an acoustic album done with that over hidden behind the laundry there. That's actually my clean clothes. I should probably hang them. This room is a mess. But anyway, that blue guitar that Ivan has in the corner, I did just an acoustic thing on this with it. No effects or anything like that. It was just basically this and the Purity guitar, but the guitar was tuned. Every tune was in roughly a different tuning, like drop, open E, drop D, dadgad tuning. I don't know if I did open C tuning. I might have did open C. I can't remember what I did on that album. I think that was I did that a long time ago, like 2009 maybe. I recorded that. 2010 maybe. I don't remember when I recorded it, but whenever I recorded it on this, and I wanted it as a standalone because I didn't have all the instruments I wanted, so I didn't want to try to make it something that it wasn't. So I was just, okay, well, just go with the purity sounds of a guitar. And I'm kind of doing the same with this, just really quick tracks going along with the drum. They're really simple things. It's something you would probably end up, who knows, could end up in something like, like a movie or something for or a commercial, just for like a really quick snippet, real small stuff like that. And I'm not putting a lot of thought into what's being, I'm not spending like 6 weeks on like one tune, that type of thing. It's kind of like hit the record button, find a drum track, play something over it, see what comes out, and maybe 2 runs, 3 runs tops, and then I call that a day. And just going to do a lot of, these are more like ideas. Now, when it comes to the songs are different. Some of the songs are really old that I have, that are like back from the 90s, and some from the early 2000s. There's some songs still stuck on this that I never released, and I want to redo them because do better. I'll probably release some of the demo versions, but I don't have a lot of them, and then some of the songs I lost over the years. But I gotta have a whole bunch of actual songs like me singing and all kinds of stuff, full band kind of stuff, all in here though. Yeah, as I release the stuff, it will all be on my Professional Canadian Beaver Walker channel, of course. And the other goal is to get as many recordings with that guitar and all the other guitars, because I've done quite a bit of recording with that SG3 there. I never really did a lot of recording with this, but I'm starting to. But I also got the whiz bang guitar there. I might even bring in the little plastic thingamabobber there, the saxophone-ish kind of thing. It's not really a saxophone, but yeah, I'll do the Flying V. I already did the tune called The Octavator with the Flying V. I haven't named any of the tunes off of this yet, but I think I'm at tune number 3 or 4. My goal is to record like a tune a day, just to get that creativity flowing and stuff like that. Songs, I got a couple of songs written over here, but I can't show you that yet. Top secret. Wow, I'll show you. Well, that song was, but somewhere within this pile, there are songs that I've written and I haven't recorded yet, and I think they're pretty good. So they'll be rewritten. The songs are going to be, I'll just finish up on this. The songs are going to be acoustic guitar, Beyond the Laundry, vocals. One cool thing about this is you can play one instrument and a mic. You have a mic XLR fit at the back, and you can record 2 instruments at once on this. So that'll be fine for the acoustic stuff. But I need to do 7 more tunes with this before I go to the acoustic. Because it's just the way I'm doing it. And then I'll come back to this, and this will get pulled in on other stuff. And then I'm going to get creative. The biggest holdback I have from doing complete is two things. Is I don't have electric drum kits. I was looking at them a little while back, but the problem I ran into is I ran out of money before I was able to buy a electric drum kit, which I would hook directly into this thing, just to make life easier. The second thing is my skill level on the drums. I do have my sticks, but I need to practice. I need to practice good. But I could always get a good drummer to lay me down a few tracks. That would be really awesome. And go from there. I do have imports that I can do for drums on this, but again, the drum machine on this thing is so bizarre. It's more complicated than it needs to be. I'm sure once you get through it a few times and whatever, but you got to spend a lot of time with it. And you know, it's like you never have the time to seem to spend with it. So other than that, this is a wicked machine. So again, I bought this around 2006, 2005, maybe 2004. And I've had it for a while. It's got a CD burner in it. It is technically a 12 track, but really usable. We'll see. 7 tracks are really usable. Well, 8 tracks are really usable. These are all like, you know, dedicated drum, electronic drums. So you can't really do anything with this. Well, you can, but so you can use 10 out of the 12 tracks. The track 11 and 12 is the final mastering track. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. There we go. So yes, the Not Reg Me experience is coming to you, or the Reggie G experience is going to be. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with. But anyway, it's going to be all kinds of music I'm going to be releasing. All original stuff. All right, there we go.